everything you thought you knew about money is wrong. Your parents, your teachers, and society at large have been teaching you these money truths since you were a child. But what if those very lessons are the exact things holding you back from the life you deserve? What if the financial foundation you've built is actually made of sand? In this video, I'm revealing the 10 money lies that keep most people broke and stuck in a cycle of mediocrity. We aren't just looking at bank accounts, we're looking at the psychological barriers that stop you from reaching true freedom. By the time we're done, you'll see your finances in a completely different way, and you'll have the tools to avoid the lifelong mistakes that plague 99% of the population. I didn't just wake up one day with a perfect wealth mindset. Like you, I grew up hearing the same cliches and following the same outdated scripts. I spent years researching, experimenting, and studying the habits of the ultra-wealthy to figure out why some people stay stuck while others skyrocket. Did you know that 70% of adults admit they don't fully understand how money works? That's a staggering lack of financial literacy in a world that runs on currency. Most people are operating on software that hasn't been updated since the 1950s. But today, that changes. By the end of this video, you will unlearn the myths and adopt a strategy that actually works in the modern economy. Lie number 1, money doesn't grow on trees. This is perhaps the most common phrase used to instill a scarcity mindset in children. While it's literally true that paper currency doesn't sprout from branches, the underlying message is that money is finite, rare, and incredibly difficult to obtain. This lie teaches you to hoard every penny and fear spending, rather than focusing on how to create value. The truth is, money is an infinite resource that flows toward value. It grows when you understand how to make it work for you, not just how to trade your physical time for it. If you believe money is scarce, your brain will stop looking for opportunities to create it. To fix this, start small. Instead of saying, I can't afford it, ask, how can I afford it? Shift your money management from a place of fear to a place of expansion. Invest even $50 a month into an appreciating asset and watch how compounding turns that tiny seed into a forest. But wait, the next one is even more deeply embedded in our culture. Lie number 2, go to school, get a good job, and you'll be set for life. In 1970, this counsel was wise, but today it leads to debt and instability. Students are told that a degree leads to wealth, but for many, it leads to debt. The world has changed. Jobs no longer promise security. Your skills and problem-solving abilities are your security. You shouldn't stop learning after graduating. Specialized knowledge and various income streams create riches. Don't let one employer determine your worth. Treating yourself like a business is realistic. Spread your income so no employer may wreck your finances. Lie number 3, your house is your biggest asset. This deception keeps individuals houseless for decades. Home ownership is considered the pinnacle of financial achievement. Your assets bring you money while your liabilities take it away. Your principal dwelling is a liability unless you rent rooms or flip it. Maintenance, taxes, insurance, and interest cost you. A property can be an excellent long-term investment, but it doesn't fuel your lifestyle. Cash-flowing assets create wealth while you sleep. Before taking on a huge mortgage, invest in stocks, enterprises, or real estate that pays you. Your bank likely told you this next untruth. Lie number 4, all debt is bad. We've been taught to hate debt. Consumer debt, like credit cards for clothes and vacations, is financial poison, but not all debt is the same. Avoid borrowing at all costs is a falsehood. Indeed, good debt accelerates wealth accumulation for the wealthy. Good debt buys income-producing assets with minimal interest. Leveraging your wealth by buying a rental property that pays for itself with a mortgage is an example. To act, learn the difference. Stop using impulse buy cards and learn how to develop an empire with a business loan or mortgage. Lie number 5, saving is the path to wealth. This deception is hazardous since it sounds responsible. Deposit our money in a savings account and leave it there. With inflation depreciating the dollar daily, money in a standard bank account loses purchasing power. Instead of saving money, you're losing it. You must invest to make millions, not save. Save only enough for an emergency fund and invest the rest in inflation-beating investments. Put your stagnating cash in a high-yield account or index fund. Staying in the saving mindset will always put you behind. I want to check in with you before we get to the worst lies. Which lie did you hear most as a child? The money on trees statement or the urge to find a safe job? Tell me the phrase you're ready to unlearn below. I'll read and respond to as many as feasible. If this analysis helps you improve your financial literacy, like it. It helps the algorithm reach more system-weary people with these truths. Moving on, lie number 6. Talking about money is rude. This lie is designed to keep you in the dark. By making money a taboo subject, society ensures that employees don't know if they're being underpaid and friends don't share investment strategies. The silence only benefits those at the top. The truth is that transparency is a superpower. When you talk about money with like-minded people, you learn about new opportunities, you understand market rates, and you demystify the process of building wealth. The action step is simple. Find a community or a mentor where money talk is encouraged. Break the silence and start asking questions. Lie number 7. You have to be rich to start investing. This lie keeps millions of people on the sidelines for their entire lives. They think they need $10,000 before they can enter the market. The truth is that the most important factor in investing isn't how much you start with, it's when you start. Thanks to fractional shares and micro-investing apps, you can start with as little as $1. The power of compounding works best over long periods. If you wait until you're rich to invest, you'll likely never get rich in the first place. Start today with whatever you have, even if it's just the cost of a daily coffee. Lie number 8. Hard work is the only key to success. We all know people who work 3 jobs, 16 hours a day, and can't pay rent. Janitors and construction workers would be the richest on earth if hard effort alone made you affluent. Labor equals value is a lie. Results and scalability are what the market pays for, not effort. To build wealth, go from labor-intensive to leverage-intensive work. Software, capital, and teams provide leverage. Focus on separating income from hours. This wealth attitude adjustment separates high-stress jobs from financial freedom. Lie number 9. Credit cards are evil. As with the debt lie, this one emphasizes the instrument over the user. If you lack self-control, credit cards are harmful. They are one of the best financial instruments provided you are diligent. They provide fraud protection, vacation rewards, and credit score building to get low-interest loans for actual ventures. Paying cash for everything costs you money over time because you miss out on perks. Treat your credit card like a debit card. Avoid spending money you don't have in the bank and pay off the debt monthly. Number 10. Lie money won't make you happy. People who have given up on their financial aspirations tell the ultimate sour grapes lie. Money cures 90% of stressors, but it doesn't solve everything. Money gives you choices, better healthcare, family safety, and time flexibility. Brokenness is stressful and rarely brings enjoyment. Money powers your life. Instead of changing you, it enhances you. Money management gives you peace of mind to focus on what counts. Looking at all these lies together reveals a pattern. These myths keep you small financially and mentally. They promote passive consumption and conforming work above creation and investment. Unlearning these beliefs makes wealth easier than you thought. It takes reasoning and fortitude to resist bad counsel, not chance. How do you solve it? This is your immediate checklist. First, record every dollar in and out for 30 days. You can't manage without measurement. Second, automate your investments to pay yourself before bills. Third, doubt every standard financial tip. If everyone is doing it and broke, it's probably a fraud. Make one tiny, immediate change today. Start by creating a brokerage account or reading a financial literacy book. Stop letting analysis paralysis lock you in old lies. To take charge of your money faster, see my previous video on the 5 habits that make you rich in your 20s and 30s. The principles we covered today and those practices will put you on the fast track to freedom. Please like, share, and subscribe to avoid missing our next wealth and mentality deep dive. Don't forget these facts. See you next time.